With COVID-19, the opioid epidemic hasn't disappeared. It's gotten worse.
My drug addiction is meth and heroin. I've been using at a very young age, since I was 13 years old. I don't have many relapses left in me. I'm 41. This is pretty much my last chance.
I'm 38 years old, and I'm a recovering addict that is at American Behavioral Health Systems.
My role is to go around and make sure the programs have what they need. The administrators of each facility are following our procedures and processes. And we treat about 1,500 clients on any given day. Normally, today's not normal world. This whole hallway, all the way through, has the ability to manage and house any of our potentially sick clients.
I work very closely with Tony Prentice and his colleagues at American Behavioral Health Systems. There's so much of addiction recovery is rooted in connection and community, and coronavirus has really decimated the ability for individuals to connect in person, which is so core to recovery.
We've had to minimize the interactions with our clients, so no groups are bigger than 10. Our community meetings are no longer held. Now their programming is more specifically with their counselor throughout the day and not as a community. So yeah, we've limited all of our recreational activities.
When we first heard about the pandemic, people were a little scared in here about it coming inside and thought it was going to come inside.
Something that I was really concerned about was having newcomers coming in from the streets constantly, and we're hearing the rate of people out there that are infected and whatnot. I think one day we had up to 8 or 10 people run out the side door, and it was, by the grace of God, I stuck around. I think the recovery would be a lot better if it weren't for COVID. When you've been covering your feelings and whatnot with substances and alcohol, first thing that come back is your emotions. That's probably the toughest thing for me. I miss the weight room. I miss being able to give my buddies a hug when they leave,
I'd have to say the most beneficial part is probably my group. And I can say anything in there, I'm not judged. I mean, there's certain things that we're not doing that we normally would be doing, but at the end of the day, this is one of the only places that's still doing it. This place is doing it for everybody, and I commend this place for it.
I'm most proud of the staff's willingness to come to work every single day, work in the behavioral health field on the front lines, which they're not getting credit for being frontline workers, but they absolutely are, and our staff have done a phenomenal job of adjusting to this. We're struggling, just like every other behavioral health company is, I'm sure. Our census is down about 140 clients from normal daily operations right now. Throw in the fact that we've had to buy all this BPE gear.
So ABHS is one of the largest, if not the largest, provider of substance use disorder treatment in Washington, in part because they contract with the Department of Corrections, and so they've actually seen a significant reduction in individuals receiving care currently due to COVID.
With the courts not really operating in Department of Corrections, they're not getting into the system. I think there's going to be a big need for behavioral health treatment when we start to open up, because they're not getting services now. And we are a service that's desperately needed throughout the United States. And our officials need to recognize that, and they need to do everything they can to promote the treatment that's necessary and support those programs, not just ABHS, but every program. Get the people who need help into programs, because you're seeing this spike out there that isn't being addressed, it's being ignored.
Totally learning how to love myself again has been a big struggle in my life, and I think that is where it lies with me. I'm here because I've struggled doing this stuff, and my way of thinking is not cutting it. If you're out there struggling on the streets, using drugs right now, and with the isolation out there, I'm sure it's worse right now than it's ever been in a while. Don't ever give up the good fight.
I truly believe that if any one of us in here can get past the choices that we've made and work a program of recovery, I think that the sky's the limit for any one of us, So if you know anybody that's struggling with addiction of any sort, be there for them and have their back. And, I look forward to being able to help the next person, and I'm grateful for my opportunity.